Good evening, everyone. I am Julie Hedges, and welcome to the Tarot Journey live on Facebook, sponsored by Star Nations Organization, empowered by Be Live TV. I'm so excited every time I get to come together with you for a live tarot journey. It's always exciting. It's marks right in the middle of the month, and just really inspires me to have this time together with you. So tonight is a special show. We're kicking off. Hello, Rob. We're kicking off the new year and welcoming everybody coming into the chat room here. We're starting a brand new year, and it is New Year's resolution evolution is what we're going to be talking about tonight. And I'm really looking forward to a lot of audience interaction. So viewers who are watching live, I really want to hear about your New Year's intentions and your resolutions. What are you planning for this brave new year, for a brave new you? So that's kind of where we're headed here. Hi, Neshi. And I want to give a shout out to Neshi here. She is in the studio with me. She's producing because I'm anticipating a lot of you are going to have many things to share tonight, and I want to make sure that I stay caught up with them, most definitely. So some housekeeping and announcements here. I just did Hi Tina Warbonnet. Thank you for coming on tonight. Lovely to see you, and I know more people are joining in. And if you would, if you feel inspired to share this broadcast on your personal timeline or in a group that allows live stream broadcasts, and so I'm going to actually do the same thing here on my phone and share the broadcast too. I just have to find it and get it shared to my timeline. And I'm not quite sure how to get that done right now. So am I live? Yes, here I am. And I'm going to copy it and share it to Julie Hedges. Yeah. It takes me a minute. I'm not so tech savvy, but I'm going to try it right here. There we go. And let's see if it did do it for me. Yeah, here I am. So that was kind of easy now that I got the hang of it. And thank you for doing that. It helps us be more visible. It helps us to impact and inspire more people and bring them into learning and understanding about our Star Nations relatives and all of the wonderful healing and wellness and inspirational and intuitive information that we have to share. So thank you. Hi, Gina. Thanks for coming on tonight. Oh, thank you, Neshi. Shared and loved. Yay. Appreciate that. So I did want to share a couple things. Some news, some announcements here. I filmed a new Tarot Journey book video. It is on my YouTube channel, and it is also shared on Facebook on the Tarot Journey by Julia Hedges Facebook page, where we are right now for the broadcast. But it's an introduction about what is the Tarot Journey all about, what is in this book, how to enjoy this book, what this book can do to inspire you to have your own relationship with the tarot and learn and grow with the tarot in your own way. So check that out on my YouTube channel and also on the Facebook page. And if you know someone who might be interested in learning about the tarot or revitalizing their own walk with the tarot, then please share with them the introduction video and inspire them to take the tarot journey with me. And speaking of the tarot journey, oh, thanks, Rob. Julie F. Hedges, the F stands for fantasticalness. Well, thank you very much. And speaking of, I'm going to say fantasticalness because you know what? Doggone it. That sounds right. So right here, I'm going to share this. Please put on your calendars in your agenda to come to our class this Thursday, January the 24th at 8 Eastern. Getting to know the tarot, Tarot 101. So we're going to talk about what is the tarot? What are the pieces and the parts of the tarot? What makes up the tarot versus just any other type of empowerment or oracle deck? What is special that the tarot is called the tarot? And I'll tell you that this show was inspired by a question that we had on the daily live stream that Neshi does in the afternoons. There was some conversation back and forth in that chat room. And so it inspired this idea to talk about, right there, let me get this, to talk about the tarot. So please join me for that class. And if you have your own tarot cards, then bring them with you. We will be exploring in the tarot there. All righty. So what else do we have? So we have the Academy class that's coming up on Thursday, and the YouTube video that I just filmed as an introduction to my book. And I also have some book specials. If you are interested in more inspiration for your tarot journey, or if you are looking to start working with the tarot this year, if that's one of your New Year's intentions, then I invite you to take a look at and take advantage of specials that I have on the book. I'm doing bundled packages with a special tarot intuitive message or an email reading for you, in addition to sending out the book, and free shipping throughout the United States. So take the tarot journey with me. All right. So I think that's enough plug, don't you? All right. So as we always do on the tarot journey, when we come together, we are doing soul work. Even though you are receiving a lot of information as we're talking about the tarot and talking about these very sacred things, we are actually doing soul work. And so for all of my shows, I want to set sacred space. And that's one thing that's very important to me when I do my work with clients and teaching the tarot and Akashic records and astrology and all of that. I always set sacred space. So I wanted to do that together. And I also wanted to share with you how I have been inspired in this new year. One of my New Year's intentions to really make it a priority to ground. And I really have to hand it to Neshi. I'm gonna show you there, Neshi, here. Let's see. Here you go. Wave to the camera. Wave to everybody. Yay. I'm going to show Neshi and say thank you, Neshi, for your reminder and inspiration to ground. So she reminds us almost every day to ground. And I'm like, yes, that is very, very important. So I'm going to share with you my personal way that I ground. And it was inspired by Neshi's reminder and her inspiration, and also trying to set some sacred space. So if you would like to do this together with me, so I invite you to place both of your feet on the floor and just feel them connected to Grandmother Earth. And so this is what I do. I say it out loud. And I say, my feet are connected to Grandmother Earth, and I am grounded. My knees are connected to my feet, connected to Grandmother Earth, and I am grounded. My hips are connected to my knees, connected to my feet, connected to Grandmother Earth, and I am grounded. My heart is connected to my hips, connected to my knees, connected to my feet, connected to Grandmother Earth, and I am grounded. My head and shoulders are connected to my heart, connected to my hips, connected to my knees, connected to my feet, connected to Grandmother Earth, and I am grounded. My body, my bones and tissues and organ systems, all connected to my feet, connected to Grandmother Earth, and I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. Oh. And as I am grounded, I'm inviting in sacred space, my holy angels and sacred allies, to prepare me for this soul work that we are doing together. I invite all of you who are watching and participating with us to call upon your angels, ancestors, and allies, those who are your spiritual team, to be with you in sacred space right now. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Good one.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to Stephanie. She is in the house, and she has some links here for Pinterest and Instagram. Yes, I have to give a shout out to Stephanie. I am so thankful for her. She is the social media maven, and she's trying to get me into this century. Caught up on, how to do these things. We had a conversation last night, and let's just say I am not an early adopter. Even when I was babysitting, when I was young and babysitting, I'd go to these people's homes, and they'd say, "Oh, you can have this thing in the fridge and this thing over here, and just pop it in the microwave." Well, I didn't want to use anybody's microwave, and I didn't want to use their TV because it just all kind of So she's having quite a time to tutor me in how to get up to this century. So I want to thank Stephanie Williams for helping me set up this Pinterest account that I need to learn, and how to be more savvy with Instagram. So Hernandez Mel is here. Hello. Rochelle is here. Andrea Wright is here. Neshi is saying hi, Andrea and Mary Ellen. Thank you, Tina. Yes. Tina Warbonnet raised that question in the chat, which inspired the class. What is the difference between tarot and oracle cards and other things? So that's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. Let's see here. Did I say hi to everybody else. Oh, yes. Real quickly here, let's, you're going to be back on. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Look at that full wolf moon, that total lunar eclipse that we had last night. Woo, wasn't it a doozy? I love this picture. It was taken by a local photographer here. And he had all stages of that, but I just love that orangey red of the total lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo. And so I know that I've shared a lot about what the eclipses are all about. And just a quick note here that Leo, the sign of Leo, is the king. And Leo rules the heart. And his counterpart, or the other side of the seesaw, Leo, his partner is Aquarius. Aquarius is the great enlightener. Aquarius is the revolutionary, okay? So we have the king on one side and the revolutionary over here. And so Leo rules the heart, and Aquarius rules the cosmos and all of humanity. So this seesaw, this balance of these two energies, Leo is about giving love, and Aquarius is about receiving love and receiving it in an open way for all of humanity. So the eclipses that we've been having since 2016, little rewind there. So 2016 up until last night, we're in this axis of Leo and Aquarius. So questions and situations and circumstances about giving and receiving love have really been at the forefront of our consciousness, and being authentic in our hearts to our own selves and taking a rulership position in our lives. And I don't know about you, but I can tell you about myself. Even though I'm an astrologer and I do the tarot and I'm intuitive, I still have to live in my own shoes and do my own work, and I pull up my britches like everybody else. So I'm still doing this work right along with y'all. And I can say y'all because I'm here almost in the South. Woo. So when we're talking about giving and receiving love and that balance, I think a lot of us are talking about boundaries. What's mine and what's not mine. So if that has been the more prevalent lesson that you have been dealing with over these last 2.5 years, you're not alone. Because when we want to be authentic in our hearts, all the stuff that's not authentic has to go away. It has to go somewhere. Well, how does it go? Sometimes it's blasted off by life circumstances, and sometimes we have to fire people from our lives, okay, to be authentic. So this eclipse that we had last night into early morning here is the last in this series of the balance of Leo and Aquarius, of giving and receiving love. And so that lesson right now is complete. Well, it's complete, but we will be integrating that for another 6 months. So with this integration, you might have life circumstance situations that present themselves to you where you're asked to be authentic to your own heart and take rulership in your own life, aka boundaries. So I'm just noting that disclaimer. And this work that we've been doing, the balance of giving and receiving love, will repeat starting in 2026. So every 9 years it comes around. We have the cycle of the planets, we have the cycle of our souls, and the cycle of ourselves. So that's really all I want to say about that, Neshi is saying, oh, I want to show this. Neshi is saying, peace will guide the planets. I love that. I love that. Rob is sharing when the moon is in the 7th house. Yeah. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Tina Warbonnet saying, too cloudy to see here in Montana. Oh, too bad. I tell you what, it was just stunning. I only have the camera on my phone, and it didn't do it justice. I took a couple pictures, but it just didn't quite capture it. But I'm thankful for everyone who has been sharing those. All right. So tonight is all about the new year and our new year intentions. And I'm calling this New Year's Resolution Evolution because, right, I'm inspired like everybody else that I'm going to really get some things done this year, and I resolved to do that. And then things happen and things shift and things change, and I'm just not as motivated. So I'm giving myself permission this year. I'm giving myself permission to evolve. And so I'm calling it my New Year's evolution. What do I want to evolve into? And one of the things I brought with me today, I'm taking a year-long class, but another thing, I am really interested in this author. I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if you can see this. Jordan B. Peterson, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. I really like this author. I like this teacher. There, it's out of the glare now. It's kind of turned sideways, but maybe that'll be helpful for you. He is a Canadian psychologist, and just really brings things. He uses the ancient stories, like the ancient myths, and the archetypal stories to talk about order and chaos and responsibility and how resilient we are as humans, even though we don't like the skinned knees, but we're all made for the hero's journey. And that's really what the tarot is about, the hero's journey. And so this book, I have it on audiobook, and now I am reading it, here, the hardback version. So that's one thing that I want to do. And that's on my list, and I will be finishing that here by the end of the month. One of the chapters, rule number 2, I think it is. I think it's the second chapter, is important, and I'm bring this book up tonight to share this. Is rule number 2 is treat yourself as if you are someone you're responsible for. So it's kind of like self-care. And one would think, well, that's just kind of obvious, right? Treat yourself like you matter. But it must warrant a reminder for us. Because how many of you have gone to the doctor, you're sick, or you've got some ailment, you've gone to the doctor and you've gotten a prescription and said, okay, take this prescription and you will feel better? How many of you have A, just didn't go fill up the prescription, or B, filled it up and took a couple pills and, oh, you feel better, so meh, I'm done with that, instead of taking the whole thing? Me. Conversely, how many of you have a furry, four-legged friend, family member, companion maybe, and if they're not feeling well, they go to the vet, and the vet says, here's some pills. They'll make your furry friend, your family member, feel better. And so whether you have to coax them or wrangle them or tease them or do whatever you need to do to get those pills in so your four-legged family member feels better, you will do it. You will stand on your head. You will juggle. You will tickle and pin them down and run around all sideways and cartwheels to get them to take their medicine, because you know how important it is. You'll do that for someone you're responsible for a furry family member you're responsible for. Why don't we treat ourselves like that? You also know, oh, here's this mole on my arm. Oh, it's a mole, whatever. But your spouse, your sweet baboo, your loved one, better get that mole checked out. Somebody's laughing over here in the studio. Maybe she's got her hand up. I don't know. I got my hand up.
Oh, sweet baboo.
She likes the sweet baboo. I don't know. What can I say? I'm goofy like that, I guess. So, one of the chapters is in the 12 rules for life is treat yourself like you're someone who matters. And that's taking that responsibility for taking your medicine, going to bed at a decent hour. And Julie Shumway Hill is doing self-care right now. She says she's going to watch the replay because it's bedtime for her. Right on, sister. Right on. So come and go on the tarot journey as you need to. Okay. With that said, okay. Sweet baboo. I'm to please. What can I say? What can I say? Sweet baboo, get that mole looked at. All right. So that is my New Year's intention. And I'm going to invite all of you who are participating live this evening to give you an opportunity if you wanted to share one of your New Year's intentions. And I'm calling them intentions because this is my personal opinion that the word resolution sounds so final and like you've got to be right on it. You know, give a little flexibility to myself. I'm calling them New Year's evolutions or a New Year's intention, something that you would like to begin for this year, something you would like to refine, something you would like to discover about yourself this year, a class that you're going to take, a new development, a new place to go. What do you want to do this year? And so I'm inviting you, if you would like to share it in the chat, and I'll put it up on the screen. And I have my wonderful tarot decks here. This is the Medicine Woman Tarot. And I think Stephanie might have put it in the chat or not. Let me get the package out. So this is the Medicine Woman Tarot. There we go. Medicine Woman Tarot deck. And also I have The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. So I'm using those both tonight. So if you have a New Year's intention that you would like to share, and just if you're comfortable doing that, because I think that if we support each other in our intentions, number one, it helps us be more accountable to ourselves, to treat ourselves like, yes, I'm going to take care of this. Yes, I'm going to do this for myself because I matter. I'm important in my life. And if we share it, we have other people who will cheer us on and support us and give us a good word of encouragement and maybe even hold us accountable, right? So if you would like to share your intention, and then I will be glad to draw a card for you for a little empowerment and encouragement message for you. Oh, and we already have one. So just as a housekeeping reminder, it takes a minute it takes about 15 seconds, I think, Nisha said, for the comments to pop up for me to see them. So if you're typing away and I don't see it yet, it just might take a few seconds. So here we have one. Andrea Wright is saying, my focus is on good health. So that's your New Year's intention for good health. Now I'm going to shuffle. And I'm going to use the Medicine Woman Tarot deck for this. And actually, Andrea, you have two cards that popped out. Oh, one of them is just the author card. So here we have right here for you, Andrea. Your card is discernment. Discernment. And that really is wisdom. And I tell you what, discernment is a wonderful attribute of the sun sign of Virgo, known for analysis and discernment. And Virgo is definitely a sign of health and regeneration. This particular card in the Medicine Woman Tarot deck corresponds with the Judgment card in the Standard Tarot deck. Now, Judgment has always meant to me, here, I'm going to pull that back so you can see my face a little bit. Okay. The Judgment card has always meant to me the calling forth of your gifts. So as you are focusing on your health, your spiritual gifts are going to have a better chance to flourish, because your energies are more in line. So your body is not trying to fight off something, or it's not fighting in itself there. So that discernment is necessary so you can conserve your energies, but also your gifts are going to be more pronounced and more encouraged to grow. So that's for you, Andrea writes. Let me get back here. Okay. And Nisha, did you have some? Okay. I want to make sure that I stay on point here. The next one, Rowena says, shared to groups. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Stephanie says, my evolution this year is to master the rhythm of my life. Ooh. I'm just hearing a drum beat. You say that, mastering the rhythm of your life. I like that. Because as I was sharing with someone the other day, that is such an important thing that you said. I'm so happy that you brought that up, Stephanie. Thank you so much. So, for example, in mid-March is when the spring equinox happens, and that's technically when spring starts, right? The plants start wiggling down there underground, and they start sprouting. But it takes a few weeks for things to grow. So the earliest things are those daffodils, those Easter flowers. I love them. And another one is the forsythia bush. You know, it looks like the sun just exploded on the earth. That's my favorite. I love the forsythias, but they are early. They're early and then they're gone. And then other things kind of roll along and roll along and roll along. So this idea of being in tune with your own personal rhythm, not everyone has the same spring. Your springtime might be in a whole different other time of the year when everybody else might be slowing down. You're just ready to rumble. When some people are taking a siesta in the high noons of the dog days of summer, like, oh, swelter, I can't go on. Maybe that is your springtime. And when others are hunkered down in the winter and the ice storm, like we just had here over the weekend, maybe that's your springtime. So this idea of mastering the rhythm of your life, that is so important. And I'm so glad you brought that up, Stephanie. So let's see if we can get some tarot wisdom around mastering your life. This one just popped up. Let's see here. Oh, I love. This is the Strength card, Stephanie.
Wow. I like that. Leo.
Yeah, the goddess petting the lion. And this corresponds to the astrological sign of Leo. And didn't we just have a Leo eclipse and talk about that? Leo ruling the heart. Leo is the lion. Leo is the sun king. Or in your case, Stephanie, Leo is the sun queen. All about being authentic in your heart and ruling your own life. So mastering the rhythm of your life, that sounds to me a whole lot like ruling your life. And with that, could come some more opportunities for setting boundaries. So inviting you to let yes be yes and your no be no. And yes is a sentence all in itself, and no is a sentence all in itself. You don't need to negotiate those or explain any further. So cheers. Thank you, Stephanie. Need a drink of tea here. All righty. And next we have Rob. Let's make sure I get this up here. Rob says, this is a year for me to manifest independence and becoming who I am meant to be, not fitting into some box others insist I fit into. Oh, I love that. You guys are so deep. I'm just talking about reading a book. No, I'm talking about more things too, but you guys are so deep, so inspiring to me. All right, so I'm going to use the Medicine Woman Tarot for this, for you, Rob. About independence and creating your own sandbox to play in and to master. So the way I work is I shuffle the cards until one literally pops out. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm shuffling away until the card that needs to be comes out. And here we have this. All right. So here we have this, the 8 of Arrows. The 8 of Arrows, which correlates with the swords. Correlates with the suit of swords. And here we have the 8 of Arrows. And this card to me, it looks like sharing, giving in gratitude. So if someone asks, okay, this is how it's coming through. My guides, you know, one of the challenges of being clairvoyant and clairaudient is when I get the messages having to put them in English words, right? So the message is walking a mile in someone's shoes, giving in gratitude. So it kind of sounds counterintuitive about manifesting your independence and not fitting into a box that others want you to fit into. But this card is inviting you to give of yourself generously, not compromising your own integrity and still being the authority in your own life. But maybe I can get that closer without, yeah, there we go. But giving generously. Give with a thankful heart. Because the more you give away, the more will be returned to you in different ways. What I'm being shown is it's not going to be an even exchange, like I give you a sock, you give me a shoe, or I give you a banana and you give me an apple kind of thing. But if you give a banana, then later on someone's going to give you a whole bag of frozen blueberries, which I know you like. Right? So it's going to be abundance given in different forms. I mean, if you give a banana, somebody might give you an apple. But the intuitive message that's coming through is that your generosity will be repaid in different forms. So it's also asking you to be open to receive. That's another very challenging lesson for people, especially givers. I'm going to give and give and give, but if we don't allow ourselves to receive, then we become like the raisin withered in the sun instead of the plump, beautiful grape that's going to be that sweet wine. Okay? So I hope that helps. All righty. So next we have the Chris McConnell. Hello, lady. I'm so glad you're here. Chris McConnell says, love myself more and allow others in. Beautiful. That is the whole purpose of Leo and Aquarius, all of these eclipses that we've had. Perfect. Giving and receiving love. And just that part of that message that I shared with Rob is to when you're giving to receive. There are so many people who want to love you. Will you let them love you? That's the question that my team is asking. Will you let them love you? Will you let them love you in their messy, coloring outside of the lines way? In their, okay, this is how they're presenting it. In their, I just picked a booger and wiped it on your shirt, but I'm going to give you a hug way. You know,
Ew.
I know. It's like, are you going to let them love you even if they have chocolate milk mustache, but your son wants to give you a kiss on the cheek, you know, something along that line. Let them love you, even if it's not so pretty sometimes. Oh, here we go. The Magician.
I like that card.
I'm trying to get this out of the glare here. It's kind of hard. The Magician. The Magician in the standard tarot deck is the first card that the Fool encounters, and he vibrates to the rhythm of the planet of Mercury. Mercury, of course, is the messenger of our solar system, bounces around to all of the gods, all of the planets, and everyone here to help us communicate and to learn. So this is saying, first of all, letting your own body love you, letting your own mind love your body, letting your emotions love your mind and your body, letting your spirit love your body and your emotions and your mind. So the first recipient of that love being allowed in is by your own four bodies: your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, I'm trying to get my fingers to work here, and your spiritual body. So allowing love on those levels, so then you can open up and let others love you too. And asking the Magician to help you. Asking the planet of Mercury to help you, the messenger god. He is called, Mercury is also called Hermes in the Greek. He is called Thoth in the Egyptian. And the Hebrews called him Moses. And so they all have different stories about that. So if you wanted to connect with one of those other names of Mercury or the Magician, you can. All right, so thank you. I'm trying to scroll up here. And next we have Rowena. Rowena is saying, my focus is on getting my energy healing to get started to help others. Ooh, tell me, what kind of energy healing? That would be good. What kind of energy healing are you doing? I'm going to use the Medicine Woman Tarot tonight. Ooh, and this one just totally popped out right away. Here we go. It's the Seven of Stones for you. That is the Pentacles in the Standard Tarot deck. So the stones, that's earth. That's earth medicine here. And the message is like the three little pigs. You have to build your house out of stones and brick for it to protect against the wind and the weather and the creepy crawlers and the big bad wolf, that chaos, basically. So building your house upon the rock instead of the sand, building your house with stone and cement instead of the straw. So building. And if you build it, if you put that investment in building it brick by brick, stone by stone, little increments at a time, and really get it digested and stabilized, then your energy healing and your resources will grow in dividends, just like any educational endeavor that you take. If you go to a university for a 4-year degree, for example, there's a lot of studying going on. There's a lot of investment in your time and your energy to get that degree. But guess what? When you have that degree, no one can ever take that away. So being diligent and investing that for you, investing that in yourself, is something that will have long time dividends. So did you put down what your
Can you take me off mute?
you should be on.
Am I?
Are you there?
I'm here. I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay, here you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. If you could take Chris McConnell's message off, sometimes it's right underneath. It says remove last comment. There you go. And put Rowena's up so she can see.
Oh, okay. It was showing on mine.
Yeah, I know. That's a little glitch.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so Rowena was about, my focus is on getting my energy healing to get started to help others. So I apologize that I wasn't so savvy on getting that.
It's not you, it's live. Yeah.
Okay. And so am I caught up on the readings then here?
Yep, you are, except for me. And I'm always last.
Okay. Let me go back to Rowena and take that off. There we go. Rob says, sounds like you're comparing apples and oranges. Oh, you're so funny. Stephanie is saying, unconditional love is the word you're looking for. Yes, it might be. Chris says, thank you.
Thank you.
Rowena's telling me Reiki and spiritual. Awesome. I am a Reiki master teacher. I like Reiki. Definitely. She already has level 1 and 2.
Good for her.
Great. And for you, Neshi, I don't have a pop-up.
Oh,
here,
okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We will get yours. What is your New Year's intention?
Well, I've got a few, but the one that I wrote down. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Let me here we go. Yes.
Okay. I have a few, but the one that I wrote down is evolving my stamina and general health with morning smoothies that have dark leafy greens and other healthy stuff in it. But I'm resolved to do that drink for myself every morning to start my day out that way.
Excellent. Now, is this a drink that you enjoy drinking right now?
Actually, they're really good. Yeah, actually, they're very good. Yeah. They even have frozen blueberries in it.
Ooh. All right. So I'm going to use the good taro.
Oh, the good taro.
I don't know any taro that's not good, but the name of it is the good taro.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's literally called the good taro. Yeah, I'm going to show this again. Literally called the good taro.
My goodness.
I just love the artwork in it. So, all righty. Let me see here. Okay. Here you have the 3 of fire. The 3 of fire. So that's wands. Okay, what's funny about this?
Well, considering I'm a Sagittarius 3 times over.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Triple Sag right here.
Triple Sag. Yeah. Oh, I like that card though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that smoothie is going to be paired with 2 other things. So it's like the power of 3 will set you free. I know that's like a chant or a mantra from one of those the TV shows, Charmed. I love that show. But the power of 3 will set you free. So adding in maybe a body practice as well. If it's yoga or walking or stretching or qigong or something like that, and something additional. So the power of 3 will set you free, and encouraging and working on some upper body strength.
Okay.
Yeah, upper body strength in the arms and shoulders.
Okay.
Because there will be shouldering more responsibilities.
Yeah.
More responsibilities.
Okay.
Yay, right?
Okay. So walking your furry nephew would take care of the walk and the upper body strength.
Yeah. So good one. Good one.
Hey, Marine Man just joined.
Yay. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. And then we have Heather.
Yes.
Hello. And so what I am, I'm sorry?
Bobby just joined too, Roberta.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That one hasn't come through on my screen yet.
Yeah, there's a 15-second delay. Mm-hmm.
So just reminding those who have just popped on. Oh, here's Roberta. Yeah. It takes a few seconds for me to get them on the screen. So I've been inviting this evening people to share one of their New Year's intentions and to get a positive empowerment message from the tarot about that. And I was using the Good Tarot and also the Medicine Woman Tarot. So, whoops. Oh, I dropped that. That's just great. So here's the Good Tarot. And then the Medicine Woman Tarot. So I'm alternating back and forth between those two. And I just lost my sound here. So if you would like to share one of your New Year's intentions, they're saying, okay. Share one of your New Year's intentions. I can draw a tarot card for you as an empowerment message. So I thought that it was important that we have an opportunity, if you wanted to share what your intention was, to get some positive feedback from those who are in the chat, some encouragement, and also maybe a little accountability that says, okay, if I say it publicly, then I'm more inclined to follow through with that. That was just my reasoning behind that particular offer. So if you would like to do that. And thank you. Stephanie has put in there the Medicine Woman Tarot deck and book set. Yeah. I see Heather. Let me try to get this one up. Heather says, my intention for the new year, better health, and my son in my avatar picture to always be protected. So let's see about health for you, Heather. And I'm going to use the Medicine Woman Tarot for you tonight. There you go. Ooh, I love this. The 9 of Arrows. The 9 of Arrows. This is, in the standard tarot deck, this would be the suit of the swords. The 9 of Arrows. So your aim is true. Do not let your arm falter. So that is the message that is coming through, which basically means trusting in your body, posture, trusting in the way that you walk your walk, and also trusting in your spiritual team, your angels, ancestors, and allies who walk beside you, who are in the unseen realms, trusting them to keep your aim steady and firing off those arrows with precision, meaning completing the things that you want to complete, the things that you intend. If you say it and walk the walk, and with trust in your team, that follow through will hit the mark. And here's an interesting thing. I think most of us know this. I'm trying to get this out of the glare. I think most of us know this, but I will just mention it briefly, that the term that maybe we know of from Sunday school, the term sin, S-I-N, has a connotation through teachings of the Christian church. But it is literally a term from archery. It's an archery term, and it simply means to miss the mark. So if you don't hit the bullseye, or if you don't hit a certain ring in archery, it's called a sin. It doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean shameful. It just means I missed the mark. That's what the word sin literally means. And so this card is about true aim and trusting in your own walk and your spiritual team to hit the mark. So intention is everything here. So there you are. There you are, Heather. And did I get everybody? There. Okay. And there's Heather. And we have Maureen. Oh, here we go. Maureen says, one of mine is to trust. Yay, trust. I'm going to use the Good Tarot. I'm been alternating back and forth. One is not better than the other one. These are just two decks that I've really been interested in using. The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed is a new one to me. And the Medicine Woman Tarot, I'm going to just hold this up here again. The Medicine Woman Tarot is another one that is new to me. It's been around for a long, long time, but it's new to me, and it really resonated with that earthiness and wisdom and feminine wisdom. So, but I'm going to be using the Good Tarot. Oh, this one just totally popped out of the deck. Totally popped out of the deck. All right. You picked a good intention to talk about tonight. Here we have the Tower. The Tower. The Tower of the Tarot. The Tower corresponds with the planet of Mars in astrology. Mars is movement. Mars is action. Mars is powering through. Mars is vitality. Mars is also assertiveness and aggression. So the Tower is all about what you now know you cannot unknow. So if you are Rapunzel caught in your tower, if something comes through and busts up your tower, that's a good thing, right? But if you're Rapunzel and you're really comfortable in your tower and someone comes and busts it all up, well, that's a big change, isn't it? And that's when our spiritual muscles of trusting in the divine plan would come into play. Trusting in the divine plan of, it's time for me to order my life in a new way, or take some new action, or trust that spirit will provide. So yes, so this Tower card is all about what you now know you cannot unknow. But all of it is shown to you and revealed for your highest good, really and truly. Even if it pinches a little bit, even if it burns a little bit, even if it makes your eyes tired or gives you a headache, it is all part of your greater good. And to call on your team. Call on your team in spirit, and call on your team boots on the ground. That's what they're saying, boots on the ground. Your friends and neighbors and family members who love you and who can support you and who can walk with you through all the times of your life, right? They can slog through the trenches with you, as well as run around and pick daisies in the meadow with you. So there is that for you, Maureen. And do I have everyone?
Yes.
Oh, Roberta's saying, excellent, more creative art direction. Excuse me, especially showing children nature. I love that. I love that. I love that. Did I get Roberta already? No? Okay, Roberta, let's get you a positive empowerment message. I know I'm going to go over just a little bit. Thank you, everyone who is so patient. I think it's important that we stay together and encourage one another on these intentions. So thank you for staying over with me a little bit, and with everyone who is getting a good empowerment message. Oh, I love this. I love this. The dolphins. The dolphins. They are called the dogs of the sea. Loyal companions of humans. They love humans, and just want to support humans, and they do so with their gentleness and their loyalty, and also with their sonar. So this is about your clairaudient abilities, really picking up your intuition with your clairaudient abilities, and showing children how to trust all of their senses. Yeah, good one. Hey, good one.
Now you're done.
Okay, so thank you. Whoops, okay, we did that already. Gina is asking a really good question. If I want to start reading tarot cards, which one is good to start with? I love this question, and I tell you what, I'm going to talk about this subject on Thursday in our class. And I'm teaching a class. Let me put this back up here. Let me give that a solo real quick. So Gina, if you want to come to our Star Nations Academy, it is a closed group. So just ask to join, and we will put you on. It's closed because it's private, but it's not exclusive, right? It's for people who really want the information, and that's why it's closed. Just like in your home, you don't leave the door swinging open for the whole marching band to go through. You want somebody to knock on your door to come in. So in the academy, it's a closed group, but anyone can join who wants to be part of and learning this information. So Tarot 101, get to know the tarot at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We will talk about the components of the tarot, what makes up the tarot, and if you are wanting to start your own tarot journey. Yeah. So please join us there. And if you would like to start the tarot journey with your own work, here is a good place to start. The Tarot Journey Volume 1 by Julie Hedges. Inspiration about ancient wisdom, ancient tarot wisdom in modern life, tarot layouts for self-discovery, plus questions and answers that I've been asked in my whole 25 years and more that I've been working with the tarot. It's all right here in this volume. So check it out, Gina. Thank you for being part of our evening tonight. And Rob is saying Rider-Waite is a good starter deck. Yes, it's like the little black dress of, the little black dress. And here I've got, let me take this one down. I just show this to you. Let me give this a solo. Okay, so here are some examples of the Rider-Waite. So that's kind of what the cards look like there in the Rider-Waite deck. All right. So that was good. Thank you, Rob, for sharing that. And, we have come to the end of our readings. I think everyone who wanted a little encouragement for their New Year's intention has had that encouragement, had that opportunity. And thank you for sharing those. I think it is really important that we do share those so we can support each other. So we can definitely support each other. And from the bottom of my heart, your host, Julie Hedges, I close the Tarot Journey show by this blessing. May the peace that surpasses all human understanding be with each and every one of you. Om Shanti and good night.